want you to write down these two key points, which are recurring ideas in my videos. The Bible is by Baal. Jupiter is connected to Baal, all kinds of pagan deities. These are reproductive deities, okay? Those who do not accept the martial art order are reproducing in the idea of these deities. Okay? They have rejected God. It is like breeding to be a monkey, okay? Breeding to be a snail, breeding to be a wolf. You're not human to connect to God. They're breeding toward the earth, de-evolving, if you will. Okay. Number two is the Bible is a story of morality. It has to be interpreted by somebody who's actually moral and actually in the spirit of righteousness. This implies generational morality. My dad came here during the Nigerian Civil War from a long line of righteous martial art heroes. There's nothing in the Bible that says deny the righteous martial art hero his rightful place. Okay. Jesus came to bring a sword. Moses killed an Egyptian. He chased away these shepherds who were trying to pick on these 6 or 7 daughters or whatever. Joshua, okay, David and Goliath. Jesus says he's the root and offspring of David. Michael casting Satan down. It's a martial art book. Okay, it's war arts. People say they're soldiers of Christ, Knights Templar. These are Roman kind of armor-wearing people, okay, that bullied people around. So we see everyone who accepts the gear, right? It's right there in the word. Accepts rage, right? They're not in a natural form using the Spirit of God to snipe you from a tree or something, okay? They're in the spirit of scientific calculation. And when they put on armor and pick up a big old club like Goliath, they're in the spirit of rage, if you will. Spirit and spirit, right? How are you going to war? So average is right there in the word avenue, rage. Average. We can also scramble the words and get gear, okay? Gear and average. This is an average person who's of the world who's breeding downward, okay? That's why people need to pray to me, because I'm from the only bloodline that built upwards. And the determinant, listen carefully, write it down, is obeying the martial art order. I'm going to give you an example of why I'm right about this. Okay, and then we'll get into Ezekiel and all the kinds of stuff that, if I can read, you know, I'm reduced to this because of the sabotage, and there's fumes on this that makes it harder to think. Okay, it's like being sprayed with aerosol. You know, it's hard to think. Okay, they're spraying me, they're fuming me. It's 2019. They're using technology to prevent the rise of a black messiah. I'm the son of 2 doctors in California, one a brain surgeon who came here during the 60s, 6'4", 6'5", big arms, cutting into people's heads the old-fashioned way. Okay, doing brain surgery. Before this technology, you see all these gay liberal guys becoming brain surgeons. These manly looking females, these effeminate guys, they become doctors. This is way after the fact. My dad came here during the civil rights movement as a refugee from the most populated country in Africa, okay, during one of the most violent wars and scary wars in Africa, where the Igbos were causing a lot of damage to their rivals, and they were very mad at these people, and they were persecuting them ruthlessly. He was captured at the airport, as the story goes, by the army. They had a list of people that they're looking for. He was on the list, okay, because he was a very well renowned student and a member of the royal family of his tribe, okay. You can't make this shit up, okay. All right, so when I walk around, okay, what do I see? How do I know that I'm right about this other than the obvious, other than these people bred from other lines and went around the world and started their own cultures and religions, right? Humanity is one group. There's one alpha line. When you start your own culture and religion and you don't make it subservient and obedient to that one alpha line, you are in rebellion against the direction God gave you. God gave all man a moral martial art direction, universal morality, universal order, one divine order. Horus is to restore the divine order, one order. Jesus said he's the way, the truth, and the life, the Alpha and the Omega. One alpha order, one. When we see this idea echoed in society, the King of Kings, and the Bible says he's going to send you another advocate. Many will say, I'm the Christ, anointed with what? The Spirit of God. It's a martial art spirit, the sword of Scripture, refining through martial art techniques, discipline, determination, morality. This is where it comes from, period. You can't be a scientist and say, I had a dream, and usurp the martial art order. You can't be a rich elitist, bastard child in the ghetto and say, he was born, he's the son of God, he's the son of a rich bitch. Well, the secret society, sex cult, occult, secretion, secret society, sex cult. The O is the reproductive cycle. Occult, the hidden reproductive cycle. The pagan deities were reproductive deities. Bi-ball, bisexual, bi-ball, bi-bell, bi-bowl, by the bowl. Okay, and this goes back to a lot of these deities were bull deities. Baal himself is depicted as a bull. Jupiter, Baal, is one of his epithets or whatever. Okay, and of course he superimposes himself on Heliopolis. It goes back to Genesis 41, 45. We can go on and on and on and on about why that is. Bottom line, when I go around places, do I see a bunch of people whose culture allows them to be receptive? Or do they have cultural barriers that have a foundation? It's right there in the word. Found-a-shun. Found-a. Alpha shun. What is Revelations about? Reveal a shun. Who's being shunned? Shoo, shoo, shh, you, shh, shh, right? Everyone say, shh. Even the person asking this question. Say, don't pretend to be a prophet or something. I'm not pretending. He's basically saying, shh. Don't say that you are who you are. God just revealed himself to Moses. He said, I am who I am, or I will be who I will be. He will be from the most righteous person. He'll be in the spirit of the most righteous person. At this point, I'm the most righteous person. Okay? And I'm the last one. Why? Because they scientifically came together as groups representing all their races and cultures and subcultures. Say you're a Hispanic Christian, doesn't matter if you're a Catholic or this. If you respond the same way, you're part of the same cultural response. Okay? If the shoe fits, wear it, okay? And if you're on that boat, you're on that boat. You're on board, teammate, shipmate. These are people who are receptive to each other, but not receptive to the alpha because of the foundation. And I can go on and on and on. Let me just try to wrap this up. Ezekiel, Eze, okay? Ezekiel, Eze in Igbo means king. Hebrew is an Afro-Asiatic dialect like fucking Hausa or something, Fulani. Okay, this Swahili. This is an Afro-Asiatic language family, okay? This Eze word in an African language, having been the first part of Ezekiel, is not a coincidence. And it's really the interchangeable vowels, thou, el, as I, as a, eyes, a. What do you see as the top martial artist versus what these people in denial who are in rebellion see? If you're in denial and you won't give me my rightful place and my right to lead, if you won't obey me as you're seeking the kingdom of heaven, you're sick in the head. Who cares what you see? You probably see unicorns or some bitch shit like that. You probably see Bigfoot every day. Who cares? All right. Ezekiel and Eze. In Ezekiel, what was it, 33 and 14, I believe it was, prove my point. So I'm running out of time. Let's just shoot through this. Obi means sash. Okay, it's a sign of rank. The Kung Fu guys, a lot of these martial arts, they wear belts and sashes around their waist because it's symbolic of being in this world, balancing the chi, the Tantien, the world. It's the world energy that they're embracing. They're not in the divine order connecting to God and the pure spirit of righteousness as a group and as a military force. No, they're conforming to their respective cultures and nations and being compatible with the nation. Quite often they have American flags, Korean flags, whatever nation that they're in. This is not a universal system of connecting to God as the human race, as the divine alpha order, okay? So Obi, and so in Revelations 1:13 or 13 or something, Jesus has a golden sash around his chest, around his heart. To the Egyptians, the heart is the seat of intelligence, okay? Have the heart to love the Lord thy God with all thy mind, thy body, thy soul, and so on and so forth, on and on and on. Okay, so also we see that, so this guy also brought up perfect, okay? Yes, I am perfect. Why? Because I'm from the alpha line that is the perfect. God made me to lead humanity. And it's right there in, I think it's right there in Psalms 32. Okay. What the heck is this? Okay. He is... Okay, all of his ways are just. Okay, his works are perfect, and all of his ways are just. So I'm one of the works of God. Okay, period. I am perfect. Okay, what am I here to do? Am I here to fly around, in the sky, literally, and shoot lightning bolts from my fingertips? No, I'm here to point the way up. I am the way, the truth, and the life. I tell the truth. Who am I? In truth, the divine order, my family from generations, my inheritance, my divine inheritance has come from a long line of people who outperformed everybody else morally. Moral supremacy, physical supremacy, my body, soul, spirit, outmaneuvering them because they were more focused in the true spirit of righteousness and in the natural kind of flow to striking them, right? Spirit, okay? So part of what my martial art challenge is about, 4-year, $4,000 challenge, $1,100,000, on and on and on. All right, so forge and form are also connected. Okay, so it has the word for, mind, body, soul, and spirit. What for? For connecting to God. Okay. So Psalms 32:5 also shows how groups of people, like the Jews, get chastised in the Bible and they can go astray. They are corrupt and not his children. To their shame, they are a warped and crooked generation. Even right there in the word generation, Jin, Ra, Shun. Ra is the idea of the one true God symbolized by the sun. In Revelations, you have angels pouring out God's wrath from the sun. You have an angel standing on the sun. You have Malachi, the son of righteousness. The Lord thy God is a sun and shield, and go on and on and on and on. The sun is a symbol of God. The heavens declare the glory of God. Okay? Ra is the idea of God's glory in the most, as the greater light in Genesis being declared. It's that simple. It's the marshaling force. It's what we get. It's the essence. Ra means the core, as opposed to Re, some magic card bullshit illusion. Ra is the core, okay? And the core message of the sun is God's glory, and it helps the martial artist triumph over the other guys naturally. All right, so they are corrupt and not his children. To their shame, they are warped and crooked generation. 6. Is this the way you repay the Lord, you foolish and unwise people? Is he not your father, your creator, and made and formed you? Okay, he made and formed you. He formed who? He formed the people who were in the martial art order, right? The chosen people. Israel, Israel, okay? Israel, yes, he is. Therefore, we must look for who is like him. When they talked about the beast in Revelation, it said, who is like him? Who can do these signs? Okay, what did he do the signs for? Okay, he's obviously a magic card scientist, fucking supported bitch or something. Anyway, in hero tone ka, inheritance, and that also goes back to the psychology and the chemistry and the generational eugenic philosophies that bring people to church, social control, right? Screen out deviant behavior. Here comes the Klan, here comes the Masons, here comes the token minorities, here comes the informants, here comes the FBI, here comes the CIA to screen out deviant behavior. Those who go against the God of this world's global plan. Inheritance, in hero tone ka, meaning spirit, in hero tone C, in hero tone O, the reproductive, or AC. It is inheritance. This guy, it's a patriarchal line. Look up RNA expression. It's patriarchal. This guy married this woman, and she was worthy because he's king. He had the pick. He chose with his heart. Boom. They have a kid from love. From love from who? From Prince William or Harry? No, these guys are, look at me, type of ice skating, figure skating type of weirdos. No, from somebody who's truly in the moral spirit of God, the King of Kings, the most moral man who has a greater spirit, a greater connection. Okay? And if anyone challenges them, they're not connected to God. Why didn't you know you couldn't beat them? Okay, this is sparring. This is spirit. This is like the Jews at Jericho. This is God supporting someone naturally. No armor, no brute force, no picking the terrain to favor the brute, but actually skywalking, maneuvering, boom. Okay, I could have killed you. Spirit, parrot, martial, marital, material, martial, all connected, right? The body, right? Versus not thinking about the spirit at all, right? Spirit, okay? Fuck's sake, mind, body, soul, and spirit. So you have the continuity. These people come from broken continuities. If you're an African American, if you're a white person, if you're from these other races and you're not from the martial art royal family, why are you still here? Was someone protecting your line and it was royalty? No, you chose to conform. Survivor, survivor. No bad tree can bear good fruit, but the Son of God can redeem. You're all from bad trees that chose to conform to survive. And I am the only one that can redeem you. And to pretend that's not the case is stealing from God. When you sin against God by denying the Son of God his rightful place, you cannot be forgiven. Their parents died unforgiven. Okay? So continuity, the bad fruit, the lamp. Okay? Also in one of these ones, it says something about a lamp. Okay? In Revelations 18:19. Okay. It talks about the adultery of the kings of the earth, the adultery with the whore, right? This is more than one way. The whore, she sits on the waters of the people, multitude, languages. These are the cultures and the people and the nations of the people. Okay, these people all, in the spirit of the whore, rode the beast, which is the rage, average, which is this kind of me, I'm going to survive. It's survival mentality that can express itself as rage. I'm almost out of fucking time. Okay, so, Okay, Revelation 19:23. The light of the lamp will never be seen in you again. Because they've chosen this way, they're going to be sealed in. Because they scientifically screened this guy out. Jesus is the first and the last. The first, you know, go on and on about that. Well, there's many ways to interpret it. One way is that when he came in here, he gave you a chance to be redeemed. People rejected it. They started acting like bitches. Now, I'm the last vessel of Christ, and well, I'm out of fucking time. You should know exactly why I'm fucking right.